Hello, and welcome back to HR Insight Studio. Today we are covering one of the most challenging responsibilities every manager faces: difficult conversations. Whether it's performance, behavior, conflict, or expectations not being met, these conversations can feel uncomfortable. But when you handle them well, they build trust, protect your team culture, and stop small issues becoming big ones. In this video, I'll walk you through 3 practical methods you can use immediately, and I'll give examples for each one so you know exactly how to apply them. Of course, at the end, we will look at the most common mistakes you should avoid. Let's get started. Difficult conversations often get avoided because managers worry about damaging relationships, making someone upset, or handling it the wrong way. But avoiding issues leads to behavior becoming normal, performance dropping farther, other team members feeling it's unfair, and problems taking longer to fix. So the goal isn't to avoid difficult conversations, it's to approach them with confidence, clarity, and respect. Method 1, the lead model. The lead model is great for emotionally charged situations, conflict, and sensitive topics. The lead model is built for conversations where emotions might run high or where the employee may react defensively. It helps de escalate, build rapport, and still address the issue clearly. L. Listen first. Start by giving the employee the space to share their perspective. It shows respect and calms defensiveness. You can say something like, "Before I share anything from my side, I'd like to hear how things have been for you." E. Empathize. So that you understand their experience without agreeing with poor behavior. You can say things like, "I can see this has been frustrating for you," or "I understand why that situation felt difficult."
A. Address the issue clearly. Now, state the concern in simple, factual terms. Say something like, "I need to talk about the delays in updating the project tracker," or "I've noticed ongoing tension between you and Tom and it's affecting teamwork." D. Develop a plan together. Agree the next steps and what support is needed. You can say things like, "Let's agree what needs to happen from here," or "What steps can you take and how can I support you?" Here is an example. "I'd like to hear your perspective first. Listen. Thanks for sharing that. I can see it's been stressful." Empathize. "The issue we need to address is the missed reporting deadlines last week." Address. "Let's work together on a plan to make sure deadlines are met going forward." Develop. Why lead works? It reduces defensiveness. It creates psychological safety. It keeps the tone calm, and it still allows for clear accountability. This is one of the best models for conversations that feel emotionally heavier than usual. Method 2, the traffic light method. It is great for general behavior, attitude, mixed performance, and early warning conversations. The traffic light method is simple but incredibly effective. It helps you structure the conversation around 3 areas. Red, what must stop? These are behaviors that cannot continue. They may be impacting the team, customers, deadlines, or culture. Example, what needs to stop is speaking over colleagues during discussions. Amber, what needs to change or adjust? These are areas where improvement is needed, but the issue isn't critical yet. Example, what needs adjusting is the tone in emails. Sometimes it comes across sharper than intended. And lastly, green, what should continue? Managers often skip this part, but it is essential. It reassures the employee that the whole conversation isn't negative. Example: what should continue is your strong ownership of tasks. It helps the whole team. Let's look at 3 areas. What needs to stop is missing stand-up meetings. What needs to change is how tasks are prioritized so we don't have last-minute rushes. And what should continue is your problem solving. It's a real strength. Why it works? It is simple and visual. It reduces overwhelm. It balances correction with confidence building. It is perfect for early intervention, and it helps the employee clearly see priorities. Method 3. The 3-part reset conversation. It is great for recurring issues, sleeping behavior, resets, and tone problems. The 3-part reset is great when things have drifted and you need to realign without making it a formal performance meeting. First, acknowledge the intention or effort. I really appreciate the energy you've put into the project recently. Second, address the concern clearly and directly. But I've noticed the communication between you and the team has been tense lately, and it's now affecting collaboration. Third, reset expectations going forward. Going forward, I need discussions to stay respectful and solution focused. Let's agree how we'll approach the next team meeting. Why this method works? It is honest but respectful. It protects dignity. It sets a clear line in the sand, and it focuses on the future, not on blame. Now, here is when to use its method, the lead model, when the issue is emotional, complex, or sensitive. The traffic light method, when you need simple, balanced clarity about what stops, what changes, and what continues. And lastly, the 3-part reset, when behavior has drifted and expectations need to be brought back on track. Together, these 3 methods give you everything you need for almost any difficult workplace situation. Now, let's look into some common mistakes managers make. One of the biggest mistakes managers make during difficult conversations is avoiding the issue for too long, hoping it will resolve itself. This usually causes the problem to grow and become harder to correct. Another common mistake is being vague or indirect. When expectations aren't clearly stated, the employee leaves the conversation confused rather than empowered. Some managers focus too heavily on criticism without acknowledging strengths. This can damage confidence and trust. Others jump straight to solutions without listening first. This way, the employee feels unheard. And finally, many managers forget to follow up. Without ongoing check-ins, even a well-handled conversation loses its impact and behavior slips back to old patterns. Difficult conversations don't have to feel confrontational. With the right approach, they become constructive, respectful, and focused on growth. If you found this useful, subscribe to HR Insight Studio for more guidance on leadership, performance, and people management. I post practical tools, real examples, and simple frameworks you can use right away in your role. And please remember, this video provides general HR guidance for managers. It is not legal advice. Always follow your organization's policies and seek professional advice for complex or high-risk situations. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.